towards James McPadden. Gives it towards Alan McNamee. Long ball from Alan McNamee looking for his brother down there. Niall, that ball is going to slip inside, and a chance for Niall McNamee. He's going to be through 1-on-1. A shot and a great goal there by Niall McNamee. That long ball in wasn't dealt with the Fermanagh fullback.
Just at the fullback, he's rating here. Declan Hogan, can he come away with a massive score? Send it across towards Dooley. Dooley goes, look. Oh, what a goal from Dooley! What a goal from Shane Dooley!
Malachy McNulty rode in yet another Offaly Senior Football Championship final. There never seems to be an issue with motivation or hunger in this club anyway.
No, look, they're a very humble group of lads. They just want to keep improving, and they like being successful, okay, but I think it's about more than that. They just want to do the best they can, and it's great to have them back there, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose what was a little bit strange this season was a first round defeat in the group. Mm-hmm. Was that a concern at the time?
No, I suppose it's put a couple of things in perspective for us. The championship from there on in became more of a knockout championship. So the focus on each game as they became more intensified. But, we're just glad to be where we are today.
And after turning the tables on Dora then in this semi-final, are you happy that maybe Rhode are peaking at the correct time? Would that be?
Well, look, any season that you have, that's the aim. You want to improve as you go along, and you want to kind of, I think, hit the right level at the right time. So my hope would be that we improve on the last day, and we give a very, very good positive account for ourselves in the county final.
And that being said, you have suffered some injuries to key players this season. Can you give us an update on those first of all?
Yeah, we lost Jay Kavanagh early on in the season. It's a huge loss, and then Owen Rigney picked up an injury while on inter-county duty, and that came to pass. It was more serious in the Cap and Kerr game. So that's 3 and 6 from last year. We also lost Shane Lowry during the year, and Paul McPadden in the quarter-final. Huge players, huge loss, but the strength of your team is in the panel, and we've lads have stepped up duly and are playing their trade well.
Yeah, and yet, even allowing for that, some of the stalwarts, including, maybe it's not fair to single out players, but Niall McNamee, Alan McNamee, others like them, they're still performing excellently after all these years.
Look, they are. Niall's an exceptional player. Alan is he's very, very central to everything that we do there. And you've got the derbies there as well, but you've got a lot of young players coming through also. It's great to see Aaron Keelan getting on the scores there, particularly the last day, and Keith Murphy, he's a massive force in defence as well. Look, I could name all 15 or 20 players here. It's just great to have them playing good football at the moment.
So you have some different players obviously on your starting 15. Tullamore will be the same compared to last year, so it's not necessarily a repeat of last year's final despite the same two clubs.
No, it's not a like for like. Obviously you'll be expecting Tullamore to have learned, I suppose, from last year's county final, have had that experience as well. I know they're hitting a groove. I know they're playing exceptional football at the moment. A fine blend of, I suppose, experience and youth. They seem to be bringing a lot of young players through who are representing their club and their county very well. So they're a force to be reckoned with, and certainly a team that we won't be taking for granted.
Well, we're all looking forward to it, so thanks very much, Malachy.
Thanks very much, Brendan.
Niall, we spoke here before last year's final, and by that stage Tullamore had lost 2 group games and survived a penalty shootout in the semi-final. This year has been more straightforward at least.
Yeah, I suppose so, Brendan. The semi-final was certainly a lot more straightforward, thank God. The group games though were very tight. We drew with Edenderry and we drew with Shamrocks, and we managed to beat Bracknell. So yeah, it was a little more straightforward, alright, than Tullamore normally do.
And despite the obvious disappointment of losing last year's final, are you confident that at least the experience will have been of benefit, and particularly for the younger players?
Yeah, I'd be hoping it's of benefit anyway. That was a tough day for us as a group, as a team, as a club. Losing to Rhode that day, there was very little in it. I suppose a lot of people thought we wouldn't have made it as close as it was, but there's great belief in this group that we can go and win championships and win games like that, and hopefully we can right the wrongs the next day and learn from that experience.
Yes, and I'd imagine also in the Tullamore club at the minute there must be a buzz with the calibre of younger players, maybe 20, 21 years of age coming through, some of whom of course won All-Ireland medals this year. Yeah,
there's definitely a bit of a buzz around this club, but also I think around the county in general, Brendan, and rightfully so. That bunch, of under-20s, Declan Kelly as manager and the management team, they created a serious buzz around the county, and they deserve any bit of credit that they're getting at the minute.
Indeed, and Tullamore again are in contention for a Senior B hurling championship title. There's been a lot of games for dual players. As a manager, how big of a challenge has that been in recent weeks and months even?
Yeah, it's been a big challenge, Brendan. We as a club have treated each competition that we've been in with the respect that each competition itself deserves. Since the under-20 All-Ireland final, I think that was the 24th of August, some of our guys have played every Tuesday and weekend since. So we're not only just dual Senior B, Senior, we also have very competitive under-20 teams. So yeah, it's been very difficult, but I suppose it's something that Rhode really don't have to deal with as a club. They don't have the hurling. So yeah, we've managed to get where we've got so far, and hopefully we can just keep going and get over the line in these championships.
And finally, Niall, another big difference to last year's final, of course, is there's no limit this year on the attendance allowed. And I presume you're looking forward to an atmosphere more akin to maybe when you were playing yourself in county finals for Tullamore.
Yeah, it's going to be strange, Brendan. Last week when we played for Ban, that was the first time we got to experience dressing rooms, and that's in my time as a manager. This is my second season. So yeah, next week hopefully it'll be a terrific atmosphere. I'd be definitely encouraging all the people at Tullamore to get out there and support the team, the club, and what is a great bunch of young lads, I have to say, you know. And they're a group of boys that people of this town should be very proud of and get out and support.
Niall, thanks very much for talking to Offaly GAA.
No problem, Brendan.